We're going to talk about all things Lake Tyler, so let's get into it. Thanks for checking out our newest video today. We are going to break down all things Lake Tyler, from amenities, activities, real estate, and all that. If you haven't already, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. That way you get notifications every time our newest videos drop as we continue to break down all of East Texas and help you understand what's out here. Additionally, we want to remind you that we are your friend in real estate. If you have questions about making a move to East Texas or just about the area in general, we would love to hear from you. We've got all our information in the banner and in the description below, so feel free to shoot us a text message, give us a call, send us an email. We would love to hear from you to see how we can help make East Texas your home. All right, so we're going to start talking about the history of Lake Tyler. There's two parts of it, Lake Tyler East and Lake Tyler West. Lake Tyler East is the original, and it was built in 1949. The western portion was built a few years later in 1966. They do now have a channel that connects the two, so it's basically one lake, but the eastern side is the older side, the western side is the newer side, but not a whole lot of difference in the age given how old it is, relatively speaking. There's about in total 2,500 surface acres of water on the two lakes. Lake Tyler East is slightly bigger by about 50 acres than Lake Tyler West. You've got a maximum depth of 40 feet in Lake Tyler with an average of 17.5 feet deep. So you've got a lot of areas to go swim, great areas for fishing and things like that. But that's just kind of some of the overview about the lake. Now, something interesting about Lake Tyler is the lake is owned by the city. And what that does is it's highly regulated. So a lot of the city regulations in terms of activities, real estate, things like that are going to be regulated by those same city ordinances and whatnot. And in fact, a lot of the homes are actually on City of Tyler land. You own the home, but you don't own the land. So it's called a leasehold. Now, these homes still sell for lots of money because the truth is, while you don't own the land, the likelihood that the land is taken from you and your house goes away is pretty low. They actually just signed a new lease, a 99-year lease, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. So you're going to be pretty protected for a while. The only scenario in which you could lose the land, I guess, would be something where the city goes defunct or goes back to the state. I honestly don't even know how that would work or what that would include, but that would be a very rare scenario that would probably lead to that home not being worth much anyway. Now, when you look at the distance from Lake Tyler, it sits on the eastern side of Tyler, and it's a pretty good ways out there. Some of those lake roads are kind of windy, and it's just a little bit more difficult to traverse. You're going to be 23 minutes to South Tyler to get to Target, and then you're another 24 minutes to get to the hospitals on the eastern side of town. So you're going to have a little bit of a trek if you live on Lake Tyler to get to Tyler. All right, so Lake Tyler actually sits in 3 different school districts. Chapel Hill ISD takes the northern part of Lake Tyler. You've got White House ISD, which is almost all of the western portion of Lake Tyler. And then you have ARP ISD, which includes almost the entire eastern portion of Lake Tyler and part of the central portion of the Lake Tyler West. All right, so there's a lot of activities and amenities that are on Lake Tyler. Obviously, you've got water skiing, fishing, boating, camping. There's a sandy beach area that are public access points for people to go use and enjoy. In terms of like skiing and water sports and things like that, it's not something that I have done a whole lot of. I do enjoy it personally, but from what I've been told, Lake Tyler is much better for water activities just because there's less stumps and things like that that can get in the way that can, make it difficult to boat or tube, ski, etc. So one of the cool places on Lake Tyler is the Lake Tyler Marina. It's a great source for all your marina needs for fishing, so whether bait and tackle, your supplies that you would need for anything outdoor, whether it's cooking, camping, boating. It's a great spot to get gas for your boat. They've got gas pumps out on the water. Additionally, you've got the Lakeside Grill, which was started in the 50s as concession number 1. From there, it's kind of grown and changed hands multiple times, but it is now the the Lakeside Grill that started in 2021. There's also a full service bar at the Lake Tyler Marina. Additionally, you've got a boat launch, the convenience store that we mentioned for all your snacks, whatever goods you may need while being outside on the lake, you can get at the Marina store. Additionally, you've got camping spots and RV spots as well at the Marina area. There's another really cool spot on Lake Tyler called the Boulders. It's an event site, but it's also an RV park. It's got glamping, it's got cabins, so it can be a staycation. You're coming from out of town and you want to stay. It's a great spot to vacation also. They've got a bait and tackle shop, convenience type store called Hook, Line, and Sinker Bait Shop, which sits on the water. Additionally, it's got like a really cool retro vibe and feel. It's a really neat spot to, go spend some time out on the lake. I want to say it's like 300 or 400 acres that they own, or you can come take your RV, you can stay overnight, a month, whatever it may be. You're going to have a lot of options for staying on Lake Tyler at the Boulders. Now, the event center at the Boulders is really a pretty big space. You do need to be a guest to be able to utilize it. There are exceptions where you can rent the space for an event and whatnot and have that out on Lake Tyler, which is a great option. When you're staying there too, a lot of weekend nights, they will have food trucks there to where you'll have multiple dining options. The cabins that we mentioned face the lake, and they've got, grills and things like that out front to where you can just walk outside, have a spot to hang out and then go fish, enjoy the lake, all of that. They've also got a great fishing pier and dock. It's covered. It's pretty big, and there's a lot of spots where you can fish out in the water. You can fish in between on the pier where it's a little more shaded and that kind of thing. So it's a really cool spot. It's a little bit further south, but it's on Lake Tyler East, but it's a great spot to come camp and enjoy Lake Tyler. Another popular spot on Lake Tyler is the Petroleum Club. It's used for wedding events, parties, things like that. It's got a really newer venue site to where it overlooks the lake, and it's a very pretty spot. They've got an older event center and spot too that you can rent. Both of those are very popular for weddings, like we said, other events and gatherings, so it's a neat spot to check out. You also have the Camp Tyler Outdoor School. It's another big area on Lake Tyler where kids can go learn, be outside, move around, and things like that, so it's a great spot to check out. All right, so let's talk about the real estate on Lake Tyler. Lake Tyler, when comparing to Lake Palestine, is a very expensive lake. There's going to be, typically your average price point is going to be a little bit higher. There have been 40 homes sold on Lake Tyler, so we're talking waterfront homes in the last 2 years. The average price point of those were $1.14 million, topping out just this last year at $4.15 million. So you've got some really incredible homes. The land obviously is very rare. In fact, no lots are available for sale on Lake Tyler, and none have sold in the last 2 years. So Lake Tyler is largely going to be developed. You may run across instances where the land has been, you can purchase a home and tear it down and build on top of it, things like that. And additionally, because a lot of, if not most of the land is a leasehold where the city owns it, it's not transacting. So the process of getting something on Lake Tyler is becoming much more difficult. You would have the right to be able to rebuild, remodel, and things like that. But largely, you're going to have to take what's there, and it's very expensive to enter into that. The average price per square foot was $347. So for context, the most expensive homes in Tyler, typically in the most expensive zip code, 75703, new construction, is going to be around $220 a square foot. So it's pretty expensive. That being said, we're looking at almost a 70% increase of what it would cost to build a brand new home in South Tyler. So lakefront homes, while few of them are new, are just very, very expensive. So it costs a lot of money to live on the lake, but you've got incredible views. And one of the things that makes Lake Tyler real estate a little bit more valuable than, say, Lake Palestine is the fact that it's restricted. You don't have rundown homes typically. There are very few, if any, mobile homes or manufactured homes on Lake Tyler. Most of them are very big homes, very nice homes, and because of that, the general or average price of the real estate there is going to be a lot higher. Currently, there are 10 homes for sale on Lake Tyler, and we also have the link down below. If you want to see what is active on Lake Tyler right now, you can check those out. The cheapest one comes in at $599,000, with the top one coming in at $3.5 million. So you've got a pretty good swath of pricing there. Your average price per square foot of what is currently listed is $411 a foot. So you've got a pretty hefty price tag if you wanted to buy something right now on Lake Tyler. So thanks for checking out our newest video today. I hope you found it helpful. If so, give us a like, leave us a comment, and let us know what you think about Lake Tyler. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Additionally, if you're thinking about making a move to East Texas, we want to remind you that we are your friend in real estate. If you're looking for a lake home, we would love to be your resource to help make that a reality for you. Great real estate, always desirable out there, so we would love to answer any questions you may have about that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. That way you get all the notifications for our newest videos when they release them. And until the next video, we will see you then.